Brent.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Guys Mindless Movie Podcast. With you, as always, is Brent and Jeff. Or is it Jeff and Brent?
Yeah, either or.
Whatever. So,
Whatever.
Yeah. We are coming to you, not live, but at the time of this recording,
Previously
recorded on Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day, Jeff.
Happy Father's Day, your mother.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm sitting here very full of food and ready to talk some movies. How about you?
Movies.
Yeah. Movies.
Yep.
Can you believe this is our 5th podcast?
5 down. 17,000 more to go.
I can see the finish line already.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. 17.
It'll be a hit podcast and a movie.
17,000 more, and I can finally pay off my car. Got it.
I'm just trying to buy myself out of indentured servitude.
Right, yes. Well, the plan is I have to pay off all the podcast software and equipment I bought to do this podcast.
17,000 more, and we'll break even. And then the gravy starts rolling in.
Oh, from then on, it's all just profit. Pennies and pennies of profit.
Right.
Damn it, they don't make pennies anymore.
Oh man, we're out. I knew I invested heavily in the pennies in the early 2020s.
The early 20-aughts. So we're gonna do something fun today.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. So Jeff here had a very fun idea to do a retro review of sorts. A movie that myself, I have not seen it for quite a long time, but it's The Warriors from 1979.
Yes, classic.
It's a classic, yes. Very different than I remember, but it was fun. Yeah.
Well, how long has it been since you watched it? Because this is one I watch every few years.
Right. So, like I was telling you earlier today, it came out in 1979. I probably watched it.
1982.
Like probably mid 80s. Like seriously, I was probably way too young to be watching it, and But so literally,
that was back when kids smoked a pack a day. And
Right,
had to go work at the mines.
The coal dust was worse than the cigarettes.
You had to smoke the cigarettes to keep the dust out. The smoke, it's like it gave you a healthy coating.
Yeah, it was a nice coating on the lungs there for all the cold juices, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll start with you then. Other than that, because if you watch every couple of years, has your opinion changed over the years watching it, or?
So as a kid, I liked the action and the craziness of the whole movie.
Right.
I love the baseball player gang and shit like that.
Like
and then
baseball Furies.
Yeah, the Furies and just the crazy, that's the thing. And even as an adult, that's what sticks out in your mind. The crazy freak, they had the mimes. Like, who the hell would dress up as a mime to be in a gang? You know what I mean?
The orphans, they're like dirty. And,
yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like there's all kinds of crazy things. And as a kid, I thought that was amazing.
Right.
So I was running around my ball bat like with my baseball stuff on, act like I was in the damn Warriors.
Right, yeah.
As a kid. But,
chasing people through the park, beating them with a baseball.
Right. I mean, that's what kids did on Saturday.
Obviously, yeah.
You get done at the ball diamond, you go out and bust some heads open with your ball bats and cleats. But as an adult, there's some social commentary stuff. I read deeper into it, obviously, now.
Sure.
There is some of that there. And as a kid, I was way over my head. I would never even realize. Yeah. And so, it's like, because I remember in the beginning something like, in the future, the gangs have taken over and all this stuff. Like, I forget now exactly what it said at the beginning, but it said something along the lines of the gang.
It's a tale of courage or something like that.
Yeah. Right. And there is some, they kind of play up the angle of like the gang being like the Warriors and kind of being a take on like the tribes of like American Indians. There is some like, if you want to really get like dig into it, it's kind of very much like that.
Well, a couple of the guys actually have like feathers in their hats and stuff.
Right. Like, so I do think that was intentional. I mean, it was probably for show too, like to make it, glam it up a little bit and make it kind of crazy. But like, I do think there was some depth there.
Yeah. Well, so I kind of wish I would have watched it like a decade ago or 15 years ago, like how I was talking about a couple weeks ago with a couple of other movies we've been watching, like Masters of the Universe. So I watched it when it was fresh, and then I watched it when I was older, and then I watched it again now to get that different take on it. Because for me, obviously, I don't remember a lot about it other than literally a gang of 8 guys trying to march across the city to get to their home turf. You know what I mean? It's like
was it 8 or 9? I thought
it was 9 originally, but I think
the one gets like left behind early.
Yeah. So there's 8 of them trying to make their way back, of course, and they're just. And each stop along the way, they're fighting a different rival gang, But I didn't remember each. I just remember this gang trying to move through the city. That's all I had in my head. And then
that's 90. That's 90% of it.
It is, but I didn't remember any like the commentary. I didn't remember any of the plethora of other gangs that were there, So, but yeah, so rewatching it this week, a few things came back to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember this, and I'm with you. I really love all the different gang types they have.
I mean, some of them are just terribly terrible.
Right. Well, and literally they have ones wearing black tank tops, then have ones wearing red tank tops. Otherwise, they're exactly the same.
Now that's accurate, Brent.
Right.
Crips versus the Bloods, homie.
Right.
You were a '90s kid. You remember how thug life was?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
In the Midwest. I can't believe you're wearing blue. Red is the color to wear this today.
It's like that episode of Futurama where it's half blue, half red, or half red, half. So it's like the blue's on one side and the red's on the other side, or it's flip flop if you're the rival gang.
Right.
So
that's funny.
But yeah, so I mean, it was fun, and obviously, it was almost like I watched it for the first time in a lot of ways. Honestly.
Sure. So. Yeah, and this is one I'll put on, and I don't pay a lot of attention to it usually. I'll put it on, and I'll start watching it, and I get starting to do something else. So it's not like I've watched it. I mean, I watch it probably every 4 or 5 years, maybe a little less often than that. But I've watched it within the last 3 or 4 years before I viewed it for this podcast, so it wasn't completely out of my memory.
That's good. Yeah. It's and I haven't dug into any reviews about it or other than just what I know about it. But it seems like it's pretty positively reviewed over the years.
Right.
So, yeah, which is good.
Well, it looks like it's 7.5 on IMDb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
but I don't know. And it's funny some of the people you forget that are in this movie because there's not a lot, but the ones that are there really stick out. Like did you remember who the DJ was?
To refresh my memory because apparently I do not remember.
The lady who keeps coming on the radio and doing the
Oh yeah.
So she's constantly I'm sure you probably I know that voice.
Yes.
Do you remember who she was? I mean, if you look it up, I'm sure you'll know.
Well, yeah. Off the top of my head, I don't know, honestly.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Okay, yep. That's the voiceover,
right? Yep. She was the chief from Carmen Sandiego back in the, 80s or 90s?
80s. Yeah, late 80s probably. Yeah, yep.
That's the main thing I remember her from. But I forgot that was her.
Yeah. See, now that you say that, that voice is because
you can't unsee it
or hear it. Yeah, she was she was a judge in the Adam Sandler movie, Anger Management.
Was she? I don't. It's been too long since I've seen that.
Yeah, that's what pops in my head. Well, we can look her up here.
Yep. She was
Lynn
the judge.
Thigpen. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't do a whole lot, but but that for me, that was very much. Well, of course, she looks like she passed away pretty young.
Yeah,
So I mean, that was about the time. Anger Management was about the last thing she did. She died that year it came out.
Yeah, Carmen Sandiego. Oh, look at you, 94. Oh, that's a video game. TV series, 91 to 95. So it's still 90s. I thought it was late 80s.
I would have, if you had said 89, it wouldn't have surprised me. But I thought like mid 80s was probably pushing it.
296. That's a lot of episodes. That's why she didn't do any movies, because she did 300 episodes of a TV show. Geez.
She was the damn chief.
Lay off, would you? She's busy working.
She's chasing that damn Carmen all over the world. You know what it was? It all came together. That she was undercover as a DJ in the 70s, infiltrating the gangs in New York for the freaking. I don't remember what that the Acme organization was. Acme.
So is this like
that was her undercover stint before she graduated being the chief.
So is this like
it's a connection. It's a prequel.
Was it like a time loop thing? Did she like travel in time and tell herself to do this job so she beat Chief in the future?
I mean, you never know. I mean, Carmen Sandiego did some weird stuff.
Right. Exactly. So. Yeah, that's funny. Then the other the only other big name that I really knew was
James Remar, right?
He played Ajax. So, but again, until I looked him up, he doesn't look like what I remember him looking like either.
Well, I think of him as a character actor. I know him, his face. I couldn't tell you what he's in exactly, but I know him every time I see him.
Right, but exactly, me too. But like watching the Warriors, I wouldn't have guessed that's who that was, because it was he did not look like what I know him from now, right? So I just looked him up, and he was the Army general in Welcome to Derry on HBO, which
I didn't watch that.
Which we just watched that last fall. Very solid. So yeah, I mean, I remember him from that and a few other things on here as well. So yeah, that's kind of cool.
He was Dexter's dad in the Dexter TV series. He was Harry. Dexter. Oh, you should. It's actually decent.
I thought Dexter's dad was oh my gosh, the dad from Harry and the Hendersons.
You would be wrong, but he is in it. He makes an appearance in it.
Okay, I know. I thought it was him.
Nope.
Okay, good to know.
Yep, he's his dad. He's the one that gives him the code.
John Lithgow.
There you go. Yeah, John Lithgow is in it, and he's amazing.
Okay, I like him a lot.
Like he is amazing in it. I don't want to say what he is because it would ruin it. Like if you ever watch it, like Lara would probably dig it. Well, I guess it should. Okay.
Yeah.
But your old lady would dig it.
Yeah.
And I think you would dig. It's not
normally.
It's not murder. Can you dig it?
Your wife would like it.
That worked out perfect.
Your wife would dig it because she likes murder.
Killing guys. She has a code. She's just waiting for you to break it.
Oh, I break it every night.
Oh, snap. But, yeah. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of people in it. Like, there's a few. I thought there was a few other people that I could think of. But off the top of I mean, I'm looking at it here, and I'm not seeing anybody else that really jumps out. But.
Well, and again, I mean, if we were going to bore our 6 listeners on here, we could click on each name and see what person was in, but...
Challenge accepted.
Do that
the Furies.
Do that on your own time.
Fury number 17 had a stint in Broadway.
He was in one episode of Lost. Island background guy.
Number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Can you dig it?
So wait, it looks like there is from 2015, a 2-minute video called "The Warriors' Last Subway Ride Home," where some of the actors reprise their role.
I didn't see that.
Wow,
man.
I'll have to check that out. I'm sure it's on the YouTube. So
the Tube of You.
Tube of You. That's pretty funny. So yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of movies that came out in the late 70s or early 80s that are going to have this very similar vibe to it, right?
Oh yeah, this is a classic '70s, '80s movie.
Right.
You know, kind of over the top, kind of cheesy,
Yeah.
ultra violent.
But you say that,
Well, but not really, not
but
really.
I think back when I first watched it, I felt like it was. But after watching it again this
It's
week,
kind of mild,
it was
really.
very mild and like it was almost like it was choreographed, which technically we know it is. But it's like but it's almost like it was, it's like kind of
Those
like
damn guys, those damn Furies with the bats were pulling their
right,
punches.
yeah, and like I don't know, it's like they're hitting them and they're just kind of like falling over, or like then like a projected fall or something like that. So I was like, was it really that violent? And the one guy gets thrown in front of the train, but
They kind of cut
yeah,
away.
yeah.
They
So you
didn't
don't really
like you
see
see
anything,
it.
right? Where nowadays you'd see the whole train squishing his brains everywhere.
You see arms and legs flying out and smacking other guys.
It's still twitching as it's flying through the air. uh,
I've got little bits of intestines and,
it's in
and
my mouth.
brains
It's
all
in my
over
mouth.
me. I hate when that happens.
No. A week goes by, I don't get somebody's brains in my mouth. When's it gonna stop?
In fact, why am I on brain detail?
Very nice, sir. Very nice. Yeah. So honestly, I think this is a good segue point also because I know we kind of want to talk about maybe this movie would be ripe for a remake, right?
I think it could be. I really do.
Yeah. I think it would be a vastly different movie. Like we said, it would be a lot more violent. I think we could all agree on that, right?
It'd have to be. It'd
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think they would change the name of a lot of the gangs as well. I don't think that they would keep some of those names.
Probably
Yeah,
not. Probably not.
like skinheads. I don't think that would be that that wouldn't be a gang name. I imagine. I bet the orphans probably wouldn't be. I'm just guessing here. Depending on who makes the movie and how true they want to make it to the original. But
Yeah, possibly. I mean, there would have to be definitely some differences. You got to think of the context of time. They had
right.
the DJ calling out. That was basically like an APB for the Warriors. They're here at this location or whatever. They were bebopping their way or whatever
Yeah.
she said.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what though? That just kind of reminds me. That's a little bit kind of like what John Wick does too.
That's
John
true.
Wick has a little bit of that in it. So yeah, I guess
But
it's
you
just
would,
a
but
matter of
nowadays, I think you'd have like a social media person, somebody like you
right.
probably have to, you probably do it kind of like an influencer on TikTok or on YouTube or something, talking up like hourly
Right. Yeah.
lives,
Yeah.
and you'd almost have to do it that way. But there's something about the way that they shot that in a way where it was just her mouth right there talking, being kind of sensual.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, as blatantly there, she had that real that real dark red lipstick
Mm-hmm.
on. She did her, like, kind of a low sultry voice, and was kind of also like calling out the armies. You
Dude,
know what I
she's a
mean? Like,
chief of police. Keep it in your pants.
I mean, she was undercover. When chicks work vice, they got to work
Right.
vice.
That's right. I mean, either you're in all the way or you're not in all the way. Right. Uh,
She did 3 bumps of coke and got on the radio.
that's why they showed it from here down because her eyes were all watered and had the powder all over her nose.
She had to keep up. I gotta go powder my nose, boys.
Uh,
They're on to me.
but I think this would be a really good movie where you could have a very young unknown cast and you could pull it off because there's so many different aspects to the movie except for you could do the same thing where if you did the DJ or the influence or whatever, maybe that could be like your
Your
famous
name.
person, whatever, but like you don't ever see their face or something like that.
Well, you could have the Cyrus, the guy trying to bring them all together, be somebody important. He has
Right.
almost because that's a borderline cameo spot 'cause that doesn't
That is
last very
true.
long.
That is true. It could be a big role, but you know, yeah,
But yeah, I think the Warriors would be ripe for a remake
yeah. No, I think
or a reimagining or whatever you would want to call it.
yeah, it's probably a better use of a reimagining just because of like you talk about with like the social and political undertones that a movie like this would have. So I think
Well, you
you
got to
change it a
think
little bit.
this is the late '70s.
Right.
When we were growing up, it was gangs are taking over America and all. That was the fear mongering going all the time.
Right.
Gangs are taking over, drugs are everywhere. The war on drugs, the war on crime, and gang violence and all this stuff was just kind of a thing. So this was kind of tapped into that.
Right.
Like the gangs, the and if quote, I mean we've already said some spoilers, but the spoiler stuff. The main character Cyrus, well, I say main character, the main guy who was trying to get all the gangs together. He was trying to pull them together in a way that they could go head to toe with the police and take over and own the city. That was the whole idea. It's like we're fighting each other, but we can come together. And
Right.
there's only 20,000 troops. We've got 50,000 members. Feet on the floor.
It's been 45 years. If you haven't seen it, that's on you.
Sure. But the idea of
I get
the
you.
gangs taking over the city and owning the cops and owning the whole city, and there's nothing that anybody could do.
Right.
Was kind of the
and like people were on board until he gets shot, and then all hell breaks loose, and yeah.
Right.
But no,
the Warriors did it.
Yeah.
That guy. I saw him, but that guy was amazing. Why did he never do anything? He was good in that role.
Because he got hand stabbed. Didn't you see it? he couldn't work anymore after that. He was a hand model. He just ruined him from there on out. He was like,
I can't think of a single thing he did other than the Warriors.
Yeah,
I guess he was in The Crow.
But see, again, I would have known that. Like honestly, like we said a while ago, everybody in this movie, I don't know them from anything else other than just the one guy.
The two people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, two people. Yeah,
exactly. The chief. Don't forget the chief.
Yeah, the chief. Oh, we'll never forget the chief.
Das Chief.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I think that's a very good one to be remade. I'm surprised it hasn't been, honestly, because it's been so long.
Well, I mean, I can't believe that. I don't know who actually owns it, but sure, that's probably an easy one to get the rights to.
Well, it's Paramount.
Okay.
So,
but they remake all kinds of other. I mean, they take stuff that really doesn't need a remade and remake it 4 times in 7 years.
Also, I say it's Paramount, but it's not available to stream on Paramount Plus, so Paramount probably doesn't own the rights to it because that's back before all this shit happened with streaming and rights and all that stuff. So just because it's a Paramount movie doesn't mean a damn thing either. So
that is true.
Yeah. So,
but okay, so before we get into the other, your overall impression now you've watched the movie at your current age and your current what's your idea about the movie overall?
I think it's very fun. I think it could have been a little bit longer.
I agree.
I think they could have, and of course this was 1979. This is stuff they didn't do back then, but I think a backstory, a couple cut scenes of a backstory as they're transitioning between them running and then them changing back over to another gang or something. It could have shown how a couple of the main characters got there, or even that the girl's backstory. I think that'd been kind of nice, and they had plenty of time because it's hour 33 minutes.
Well, but remember, I mean, back in the day, they didn't do 2-hour movies. That was the taboo. You never went over 2 hours.
Have you seen Gone with the Wind?
Well, I mean, that was a flop.
You're right.
That never stood up the test of time.
Gone with the what?
Is that like Dances with the Wind? I mean, Wolves, or is it Gone with the Wolves?
Gone with the Wolves. It's like Gone with the Wind, huh? I never heard that one.
It's a movie about flatulation.
Obviously, yeah.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a fart. That's cheesy.
He said fart.
He said the F word. The F word.
So yeah, which I know what you're saying, but at the same time, it's
It could have used if honestly, it could have been significantly better film if it had 15 minutes to half hour extra.
Yeah. I mean, even 15. I mean, keep everything else the same. Just 15 minutes of hey, how did we get here? Or I know what movies like to do nowadays is because that movie didn't really have a main focus. It was kind of like because they had a couple of the groups got separated, and so like story to focus on the different groups. But nowadays, a movie would take one or two characters and focus the story on them, and I think it could have done that maybe, and had their backstories or how they brought them together or something like that.
And so I just had this thought, and I know there was at the beginning of the movie that we had watched that which this was like a director's cut version we had both watched.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, and we discussed this a minute ago. I'm pretty sure some of the it's been added to a little bit as far as there was some graphical stuff where it kind of like a freeze frame of like in like a comic book drawing looking thing, and I don't remember that from the original that I watched as a kid. And there was also some quotes, and it could just be a function of me as a younger person having watched it. They kind of insinuated that this was kind of like an epic retelling, almost like it was a like similar to the Odyssey.
Yes.
There was, and I forget exactly what it said at the beginning, but it said something along the lines of like heroes and warriors and stuff like that. And it almost seemed like they're this is like a 80s modern day retelling of like the Odyssey of Homer, trying to get home at all costs.
Well, here you go. The 2005 director's cut of The Warriors replaces traditional scene transitions with comic book style graphics and features an added prologue narrated that compares the game's journey to the ancient Greek March of the 10,000.
Okay.
So there you go.
And, I didn't read that. In all fairness, I didn't read that. That was just me.
Yeah, I know you said that to me the other day, and you thought it was a little different. So, but honestly, I think it kind of helped the movie. I thought it was kind of neat. So, which obviously that's what the director originally wanted anyway. So that's that makes sense. But so that actually makes it funny. Is like, so does that comic book transition make the movie a little longer, or does it? Because typically the director's cut is a little longer. So
I mean, it very well might.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be like 20 minutes long.
No, but
you're talking, it could be a few minutes.
So it's
it's a little bit of a freeze frame.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, with
10 seconds, 10 seconds a scene, 20 seconds a scene, maybe.
Right. Yeah. So that's kind of funny.
I did like the look of it. Like I actually did like it. I was like, wow.
Well, and honestly, that copy that you let me borrow that I watched, it looked really nice too. Like it's held up really well.
Yeah, and obviously it's dated, but it was not super terrible. Like there's some things that are just like that was atrocious even back then.
Yeah. Well, and I think it helps that there's no like special graphics and stuff like that, which I think a movie in that era, if you watch it now, what hurts it is the graphics are so terrible, right? Well, that didn't have any graphics. It's just walking and fighting and stuff like that. So.
I'm curious. I was just seeing if I could pull it up here. I was curious. I bet you this is pretty damn low budget.
Oh, it has to be. Does it? I think it tells on there.
That's what. Okay, so they budgeted about $4 million. I'm actually surprised it's that much.
Okay.
It made $3.5 million opening weekend.
So it made 22 total.
That's 22 total. So that would be successful.
Right. That's a hell of successful.
Especially back then.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Now, you and I were both too young to watch this in the theaters.
Right, yeah.
I mean, just because of the state of it. But, I mean, I wonder if there was a lot of play around this movie back in the day. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I've always watched it at home.
Right, which is how we do most older movies, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but I can only think of a handful of movies from the first 10 years of my life that I saw in theaters, right?
Yeah, we didn't go to the theater a whole lot until I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
We had a dollar cinema back in the day, and we would go to that.
Oh, yeah.
Dad would go to that a bunch, so there was a lot of movies I did see in the theater.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, see.
But I wouldn't have seen this.
Well, it's funny, and, when I was a kid, it was a pretty big event to go to a movie. Like you planned all week, and it was like a thing that you did. And we went to a movie, so we can't do anything for a few weeks now. And Now there's people that go 4 times a week to a movie, you know.
Sure. Well, I did for a while when I was younger. I
Right.
don't anymore, but
Yeah, I know.
Dad would take us to the drive-in quite a bit. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
Absolutely. Yeah.
you see
Sure.
2 or 3 movies in that one setting, and I mean, I'd watch all three. I was always a movie person.
Oh,
My
yeah.
kids go to something and they're done like 20 minutes in. I'm like, man, I would have been glued to this
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, because nowadays they have a screen in front of them and they can just do that.
So, yeah,
I think that's not to be like old man on porch yelling, but I think that's
get
a bit.
off my lawn.
Get off my screen. I think that's a big part of it, right? Is you know not having anything and just sitting enjoying the movie was a big deal to us, right? I still remember,
Sure.
also as a kid having movie night at home where we'd have dinner and we pizza and we'd sit around in the living room and we'd watch a movie and nobody got up and left. We sat there and we watched the
Right.
movie and
Get there for duration.
yeah, it was a great time. Now
Hmm.
now when everybody's watching a movie, they're
Right.
it's like that. So I think that's a big part of it. But
I will do that with old movies, and probably to my detriment. I'll put an old movie on, and I'll do other things while it's on. But it's something I've seen a dozen
well,
times.
where it's different. So if I'm by myself, yes, but like if we're having like a movie night with family, I try not to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. If it's something like that, I wouldn't.
yeah,
But
yeah. But
and
occasionally,
but a new movie, I don't. A new
right?
movie,
Yeah,
I'm almost
absolutely
always
not.
just watch. I'm watching the show.
Yeah, there's a rare occasion where I will grab my phone and be like, oh, who's that actor? And I look him up. Oh, that's who that is, guys. Hey, then we go back to the movie or
Well,
whatever.
a lot. I've been a little bit spoiled with X-Ray on. Isn't that is that's Amazon that does that,
Yeah,
right?
Prime. Yeah,
Right.
Prime. Yeah,
So I'll mouse up or thumb up
right.
and see who they are while I'm watching the damn show still.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got my Plex server and I got other things going, and I start to do
Right.
it. Which is what I like about that. I can go out and see all the people on my Plex, but I keep wanting to do X-ray type. I'm like, why can't I? It's there. It's baked into the server. Why don't you just give me a menu option
Yeah,
to
right.
watch the movie and pull it up?
Yeah.
It Plex me if you're listening. Obviously, you're listening.
There's
Obviously,
always listening.
that's a feature I want,
Yes, we are lifetime Plex members. Give us what we want,
or else.
or or we'll keep doing what we're doing. But
Or we're gonna fork Plex
ooh,
and have our own open source project called uh,
Plex,
Replex,
Replex,
Suplex. I mean
Super.
Suplex.
Ooh, ah. No, we're not gonna suplex. It's suplex.
Plex is gonna sue us.
Well, they are now. We just put it in their heads. Good job.
But
That's funny.
yeah, so I mean, I do that too. I will look something up sometimes if I'm specifically watching the show and I'm like, I want to know who that is.
I have gotten spoiled about that because it's like instead of using my brain to figure it out, I'm just like, yep. Sit there and drool. More information, please.
So stupid, so
So,
lazy.
all right, so I'm not watching the clock here, so I don't want to go too long, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it'd be fun. What we talked about doing here, the kind of last few minutes is maybe talk about some other movies that we think would be ripe for a remake.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
I think okay. First of all, I think we both agree the Warriors is probably ready, right?
Right. Yes. Which is what
I
led
think
to
it
this
could be done.
conversation right here. Right. It was like, hey, we
Mhm.
should do
Right?
this and then do this. Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead. You got one you think of?
Well, I made a quick list before we started, so I can name a couple, and then you can do a couple. So, but the two that's on the top of my list is one is Clue.
That is ready. That needs to be
Not only is
done.
it ready, I mean, I love the original Clue so much. I love that cast, but I just think there's so many. It's so easy to make that into a movie, and you could bring all the modern comedy like Kristen Wiig and Jack Black or Paul Rudd, all these people together, and I think they'd be willing to do a movie together like that. I think it would go over really, really well.
Well, it would be very low budget. You got
Right,
one house to shoot in.
right,
It ain't
yeah,
like you're going to 17 locations or anything.
yeah. Yeah.
You could do similar-ish story,
Right.
and how else would you shoot Clue?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm fine with almost it being a very similar story, right? Just because that story is so great, I would love to see how somebody comes up with a modern telling of it with a modern cast and modern jokes and stuff like that. You know,
That might be hard to get the right cast, though.
it may be.
The cast that they had in the original, I mean, come
It was
on.
phenomenal, man. Yeah,
I mean, that ridiculously,
yeah,
amazingly,
and it
crazy
worked together
good,
so well.
right?
Yeah. Uh, and then the other one that always comes to my head is Flash Gordon.
Okay, I would have said that too. Flash Gordon, but would modern audiences appreciate it?
I
And
mean,
half the reason I love Flash Gordon is Queen. Are
right,
you going to leave the same music in?
so,
You'd have to keep the
right.
thing.
So
The theme song you have to almost keep.
right, and I think that's where when you remake a movie like this, that's where it gets tricky, right? Because
Hmm.
the movie, I mean, I think the movie's great to watch, right?
I
But
love Flash Gordon. I watch that probably every year.
but yeah, but honestly, if I showed that to my kids, they'd be like, "What the hell are you doing to me?"
Pulling teeth.
You know. So I mean, on the surface, it's not a great movie, right? And it looks like it was very poorly made, but it's so fun to watch.
What did you just say?
You heard what I said. I said it's fun to watch.
Then there's fighting words.
Them
I'm
there's
gonna
fighting words.
I'm gonna Flash Gordon your ass all over this place.
I'm not worried. I seen those graphics.
Don't make me Baron Zarkov your ass into space.
Right. Um,
But yeah, Flash Gordon would be a good one, man. That would be
yeah.
good.
And you could easily have Sam Jones do a cameo in that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he would. I mean, hell, he was in
Easily.
Ted for God's
Right?
sake. Like
Yeah.
as himself in
Oh,
the Flash
that was
Gordon thing. That
hilarious.
was so
Yeah,
great,
that scene was great.
so great.
So how about you? Do you have a couple that you think that'd be good?
Man, this is rough. I almost think it'd be funny. Like, you know, what we could really use a remake of? We could use a remake of of the Running Man.
Well,
The
honestly,
one they done.
seriously, like a year ago, that would have been on the list
It would have been on the list.
because like I spent the last 20 years thinking it could use a remake.
Sure. Well, what about something like Time Cop or
Dude, that's on my
I
list.
mean,
I swear to
is
God.
it?
It's yeah, I swear to God.
I mean, it would be amazing. Now, I love the original
Yeah,
so
right.
much. I love the original, but it would be that's a prime for a remake.
Well,
Today's graphics.
right. That's
I
what,
mean,
I mean,
come on.
any time like the Time Machine. Yes, it has been remade once. I'm aware of that, but
I like that remake, but a lot of people. I understand why people wouldn't like it.
I'd be on board with a new remake where they stick to the original story more.
Sure,
I like the remake.
I did like it,
Guy
but
Pearce, yeah.
I'm a fan of Guy Pearce
I like Guy
though.
Pearce and Mark Addy both as
Yeah, yeah.
Philby. He's a great Philby.
Hmm.
But I think if they remade that one again and stuck with modern graphics uh, with the original story, I think that'd be great. But yeah, Time Cop, yeah, that's a great choice.
I started to joke around, say Total Recall or RoboCop, but of course they both had remakes.
It's been done.
But I will say I didn't dislike the RoboCop remake. I thought it was adequate.
Exactly.
It wasn't great, but the original RoboCop was freaking amazing.
I love that. I did not see the Total Recall remake.
I did
It,
not watch it
it,
either.
it looked bad, and everything I heard was bad. I should probably watch it at some point,
I should.
but
I think it was Colin Farrell, right?
yeah, yeah,
And I like almost everything he's done, really.
right,
So it's not fair to really. I don't know. At the time, I just didn't
right.
strike me.
Well, and timing,
Wah, wah, wah.
timing is can do a lot for a movie's success as well. Obviously,
Could you imagine a remake of The Usual Suspects?
see that goes back to the Clue, the conversation
Who would you get?
because that
The cast is amazing.
that cast would make the difference, right?
Well, and can you have that twist? That twist has been parodied. It has been used in so many other things.
Scary movie. I was thinking
That's what I was thinking of.
Doofy.
But I mean, like that movie, like that ending, like everybody
Right.
knows it at this
Right.
point, right?
And that's the problem with trying to remake a movie like that, right? Is
I don't know that you could because the twist is what made it
right. I
amazing.
mean, the only thing you can do is wait long enough so that you're assuming new audiences haven't seen the older version of what you're doing. You know,
Sure. Well, I mean, so that kind of knocks out every Shimmy Ding Dong movie because with a
right?
twist, his
Except for
twists are
except for Signs, they're gonna remake Signs.
Signs is ripe for remaking, and this time they need to not show the damn aliens. It was great. 75% movie was great or adequate.
Oh, he said great. It's
Adequate.
on camera. He said great.
Caught on camera.
Moving on. Okay, so I have a fun one for you.
Okay,
Mom and Dad Save the World.
dude, that would be fun.
Right?
And Dad should still be Jeffrey. Yeah,
No, nope, nope.
he's on a redemption tour. he only looked at the kitty porn once.
I swear I just saved it on the hard drive for somebody else.
I was holding for somebody else.
And that sucks because like I could see him playing like the king or so or having a cameo or something in the movie.
Sure, sure.
But whatever. But I mean, John Lovitz could still have a cameo in the movie as
Right.
as like a guard.
Todd.
Well, the thing is, John Lovitz needs to be in this movie and just walk by and smack his head on the pipe, and then nothing else. Then that's it.
Right. There you go.
But yeah, I think that would be a great one, and it wouldn't be.
Stay tuned.
Say, dude, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that could work.
Well, what's great about that one is because you could bring in all the modern shows and
Right.
movie,
Parodies
right?
of new
Right.
shows. And it would be a different
Yes.
spin. I mean, that could be a good one.
Yeah. I was going to say Howard the Duck, but we're hovering too much around Jeffrey Jones right now.
That's a drain we can't go down.
No, yeah, I like the stay tuned answer. That's and the thing that's nice about that you could go so many ways with that. You really could.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's some that like could be a fun one, but I don't know if you could ever find anybody like Spies Like Us. Could you get anybody that could ever pull that off as good as Dan Aykroyd and
Right.
Chevy Chase?
Right.
I don't know that you could get anybody that could fill those shoes.
Right. Exactly. Well, and comedies are usually it's the actors that make or break them, right?
Right.
Dumb and Dumber is funny because Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey make it hilarious, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not the jokes. I mean, the jokes are funny, but it's how they tell the jokes and react to them. That's what makes it good.
Right.
So yeah, that's
Well, and those guys they got crazy on that. I've seen some behind the scenes where they're talking about what they would do, and some
yeah,
of it was freaking crazy.
yeah.
They really played off each other a lot
All right.
to make that happen.
What about war games?
War games. Well, here's the dilemma with war games. AI is kind of where if you think about it, this was AI back in the day. They're teaching Whopper to be amazing and
Right.
do war stuff. I mean, that's almost too realistic nowadays. I guarantee you that we've
Right.
got an AI running government simulations for thermonuclear war.
Right. Yeah, so I could see them being like, yeah, you can't make this movie. Yeah, this is this can really happen. We can't show this.
It's happening next Tuesday.
It happened last
If we don't
Tuesday.
if we don't open the straits, this is happening next Tuesday. It's on the schedule.
It happens every Tuesday around here.
But I don't know. I mean, that might almost be too real, and that's kind of scary if you think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll scratch that one off.
Well, no, I mean, you might be able to do it in a way that's compelling.
Well, you could, but obviously, I think you're right. I think you'd have to create it in a way so it's not doesn't hit too close to home, right?
Short Circuit might play along the same lines a little bit, but also it kind of you do have AI doing its thing, and there's people that kind of argue whether or not it's sentient or not, or if it could ever gain sentience. And
Well, as soon as Johnny Five starts killing people, it's like murder mystery.
Johnny Five's alive, you son of a bitch. It's an action horror movie. He's going to kill notice the symbol, and he's like cutting their arms off and stuff.
Yeah, like when he's doing like the Three Stooges, he like pokes his fingers into their eyes,
pulls their eyes out. No, this is simple, Johnny Five.
Disassemble this. Now who's leaking?
He's doing burnouts on people's faces and stuff. Just blood shooting everywhere.
And that goes back to, like the train scene where you see the brains splattering all over the tread, and that same guy has a cameo and the brain gets in his mouth.
My mom brain detail.
Like, again, seriously. That's pretty good.
You know what it is? We do a mashup. It's just the remake of the Warriors and Johnny Five. The Warriors are fighting the robots.
There's a Johnny Five game, right?
There's only 5 of them. There's only 5, but they're taking out thousands of gangs. They're the Warriors on their way.
Right? Yes.
Laser people from the trains.
That's great.
What about Police Academy? That's a comedy that might work.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It'd probably never get made nowadays. You almost need to be a raunchy comedy to make that work.
Which I think they would, and that one was raunchy back in the day, right? But yeah,
or you got or you think Porky's or something like that. Like that would never get made today. But man, that was
if they remade Porky's now, it'd be a porno. That's the only way they can go from there. Then again, those are all classics that
classic,
and you could have a bunch of unheard of actors and actresses in those roles. So, okay, I got one more good one for you.
Okay,
They Live.
Okay, I mean it could be done
because
it would be difficult
if you did that. But you had the modern graphics. I think it'd be funny if they kept the same level of cheesiness, like the whole rooftop battle and all that stuff, but have like the so you put the glasses on and like the detail and everything is like a lot more realistic. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Or you could even do a thing where like you got a chick that's all plastic surgery to Botox, like looks mangled up like they do nowadays.
Yeah.
And they put it on, she's like, hey, it looks better. That's an improvement.
See, I think you could almost turn it into a comedy.
I laugh all the way. I know that it's not supposed to be kind of like I laugh through They Live.
It could be an intentional comedy.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great. And again, and I say these with love, right? Like all these movies I mentioned, I love all of these movies, but I would also love to see a retelling of it with modern graphics,
Okay, what about Big Trouble Little China?
I think that'd be perfect too, honestly.
Oh, The Last Dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
show enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Like I think all those movies like Dragonheart is another one, that's although that I'll say that
I love that
one.
one.
Yeah, it wasn't bad graphics, but I mean, again, yeah, I think.
I mean,
can you have
anybody else do the? There you go. But who can do the dragon's voice? You can't replace that voice.
That's true.
It's too iconic. We'll have to AI simulate him into it.
Done. They heard us, and it's already being worked on.
I mean, we got to start charging for these things, man.
Right.
These studios are going to have to be watching this stuff and like really listening because we got some bangers here.
Well, just wait until they make the Two Mindless Movie Podcast movie.
Well, it'll be a documentary. Right. It'll be they'll have to do our backstories, and I mean, who they get to play you?
Woody Harrelson.
Obviously,
come on.
Woody Harrelson.
Obviously,
Woody Harrelson.
Come on.
Right.
And
I would Jack Black.
I would watch that movie. I would watch that movie.
It's a buddy cop film.
Right.
It's like 48 hours. Or it's probably Charlie's Angels. We would be the Angels.
Oh,
Oh.
that's great. What else?
What movies could they not remake? You can't touch Back to the Future. There's no way you could ever
Yeah,
make that
I
work.
think like
As
bad.
much as I would love to see it done, I would love to see it. I also would. There's no way it would
Yeah,
stand up.
I think like Indiana Jones. I don't think you can remake because
I mean, even the ones they tried to make after the fact were kind of not great.
well, yeah. So I'm thinking like they have like National Treasure, and you have uh the librarian was kind of that way. So it's like all
Hmm.
these, you're searching for artifacts. Tomb Raider's not really kind of that way, but and
But they didn't really do
yeah,
well. The
right.
Mummy
That's what I'm
did
saying.
though. The Mummy sure as hell did.
And they're making a fifth one,
I heard that.
yeah, or fourth one, I guess technically, right? Yes. If you don't,
Are they not kind of Scorpion Kings?
yeah, well, there's like four of them, so probably not, unless they all count as one movie. 'Cause-
Right, right.
so, honestly, so I would love to see some old movies from like back in uh, like 70s, 80s, like Clash of the Titans, Jason and the
That
Argonauts.
would
Uh,
that would be
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
Sinbad, the seventh voyage of Sinbad.
Uh
So
huh.
I know technically they did do a remake of Clash of the Titans in 2010.
I didn't actually watch it.
It's not terrible, but I felt like it was rushed and it should be an epic movie and it wasn't.
Is Harry Hamlin still alive? Because that would have been a perfect
Yeah,
opportunity to have him brought in.
yeah, I don't know. If only we had a way to looking that up and knowing.
I'm looking it up right now.
But no,
Surely he is.
but I mean, Sam Worthington did okay job in that movie, and well, there's two of them. But
Yeah, yeah,
I just feel like I would love like how Christopher Nolan is doing the Odyssey. I think that
yeah.
they could do a really big Clash of the Titans or like a seventh voyage of Sinbad kind of big
Man, I
epic
still love
movie.
those movies.
Right, that's great.
And the visuals were terrible. I mean, at the time they were pretty cool. Fighting the skeletons. I always think of the skeleton sword
Right,
fight
yeah, on the boat, yeah,
with Sinbad. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
that's great.
And then
It's like claymation, like right?
yeah, yeah.
But I think that'd be great. 19 was that 1958? Is that how old that was?
Sinbad,
Seventh
probably.
Voyage of
Is that what you're talking
Sinbad.
about? Probably. It
Yep,
was
that's it.
old.
Yep. So 1958. But I think
You
that'd be
know,
great.
you
The
know
Cyclops.
the day the Earth stood still. I know they did the whole Keanu Reeves retelling that
Right.
I did not I didn't care for it. I generally like his stuff. I didn't but I love the old the day the Earth stood still so much,
Right.
and I even love this Mystery Science Theater that they did of it. Like I
Right. Yeah.
love that, and then I just did not care for that Keanu Reeves version.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
feel like it felt.
Yeah, and I mean, we could go back to like Soylent Green and movies like that, and then
But see that you run the same problem. There's a twist. You need the twist
right,
to make it really work. But there's
exactly.
probably a lot of people that don't know the twist. I know a lot of people our age that don't know that movie.
Soylent Green came out in 1973.
Sure.
So that came out before I was even born, right? So
Right.
I'm sure there's lots of people that don't know it. So I think you could get away with it now, but and that's where we talked earlier. It gets tricky, right?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a thing that, it wouldn't surprise me. Some of the things that we're doing now, for real,
Eating
they're
people.
they're wanting us, they're trying to get people off of meat and to eating insects and stuff. They want to do a bunch of fake meat. And
Yeah. What is like? What are we on Snowpiercer? Are we stuck on a train?
Snowpiercer's ripe for a remaking. I watched a video the other day that said Snowpiercer was a sequel to what was it? What was it? It was kind of a joke, but it kind of
Yeah.
they put this whole argument together that it was a sequel. Let me pull it up real quick.
That's very funny. Yeah, and you're right. I mean,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Snowpiercer is the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie is the main guy, is the guy who owns the thing.
so
That's what he did with Willy Wonka's
so he's the guy
fortune.
in the front. He's the engineer
Yep,
car.
he's the
Okay.
engineer dude. And they make this whole long. It's called the Wonka Piercer fan theory.
Wow, that's
It was a fun one. I actually enjoyed watching it.
you
Like it
need
was
to, yeah
actually fun.
yeah you need to send it to me. I gotta check that out. So, all right, I'm gonna give you one more. Then you give me one more. Then I guess we'll call it. But what?
Okay.
Um, so I love the old Mad Max movies, right? I think they're great, right?
Yeah.
Fury Road
Hmm.
is phenomenal. Furious is okay. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but I kind of feel like since they waited so long with between Fury Road or Thunderdome and Fury Road, I think that could do with a fresh start where they
Hmm.
make it right from the start. Because I know George Miller said that he didn't make it the way he wanted it to originally. So it'd
Hmm.
be nice if they could kind of scratch that and start over with a whole new Mad Max universe. I think that'd be kind of neat. Now, granted, I know a couple of those movies are still fairly new, so I would almost hate to
Hmm.
do it too soon. But at some point, I wouldn't mind seeing like how all that got started, right? Like
Right.
maybe even tie Tom Hardy's Mad Max character into you know a prequel and call it whatever you want to call it, right?
The shit hits the fan,
The
Max.
shit has been to the max,
To
max,
the max.
max power. So
um, I think okay. Here's one. I kind of went down and think okay. You could make an argument for a whole lot of Steven Spielberg stuff that might be interesting,
sure.
but not along that lines. What about The Abyss?
Oh yeah, that yes, you could do a lot with that one, honestly.
You could do a whole lot with that
Right?
one.
Yeah, that's a good story. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I mean, I love all the characters in that. I love the actors, but I think you could find okay adequate replacements that would not be
Right.
atrocious.
Well, and I think any movie like that, you can easily have like one or two A-list stars, and then you could have a handful of like B-list stars, and they all
You
work
can
together nice.
and cameo every person you can get to come back into that.
Right. Right. Yes.
And yeah, I mean, for any even little bit roles, I mean, you get any of them that would show up.
I find that actors are more willing to do that now than they in the past because I feel like every time a movie gets remade, there's always some sort of callback, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is great. I love it. I'm on board for all that.
Hmm.
So, all right, cool, man. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to do something similar in some other form or fashion.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
maybe we should evaluate movies they did do remakes on that were complete garbage and why they should never do it
right,
again.
right. Yeah, I mean, maybe some of these we talked about will show up again. All right.
You know what I'm ready for? I just had Harry and Henderson's the remake.
That could do it. And John Lithgow could play
Harry.
Harry. Which, oddly enough, he's playing Dumbledore, so it kind of
Is he really?
in the new HBO reboot of Harry
I
Potter.
haven't watched it.
Well, it's not out yet, but it's
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see anything about it.
Nick Frost is going to be Hagrid.
Now, didn't he thin up a lot? He's like a lot littler now, isn't he? Or did he put it back on?
Maybe put it back on for that role. Who knows?
Okay, it's hard
So,
telling.
right. All right, man. Hey, this is fun. Yeah, we'll try and do some more stuff like this and just have some fun, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We got enough movie knowledge between us to BS about anything for 20 excruciating minutes at a time.
20 to hour. 20 minutes to
I'm
an
I'm
hour.
sorry we subjected all of you to this from the bottom of my heart.
I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
See you, everybody.
See ya.